Hi guys, welcome to another video of my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to see like a pavilion kind of structure which you saw in my cover image using Grasshopper. We are going to make that kind of structure in Grasshopper. Kind of a little parametric application will be applied. So let's go into the video. So first thing I'm going to create is I'm going to use Hexagonal component, and I'll just use bifocal to make it easier for you to see the name of the component. Now I'm going to add a size for the component. Let's say I'm going to, the hexagon is like 1000 and 5 by 5. So you can either work in a single hexagon, and then you can make it multiple copies by using move command, or like a planar array or rectangular array if everything is similar. Right now we are planning to do everything similar, but you can play with it later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a smaller hexagon for the base. So I'm just going to use offset curve, and here I'm going to use the same value, but here I right click the distance and I give an expression, say x by 2. Why I gave minus? Because it should be inside before it was outside, so I just give minus. So right now if you see, I can freely move the size of the hexagon so that the entire structure doesn't change that much. So that's why it changes in a proportional way, not like a weird way. That's why. So now I'm going to move the bigger hexagon, because which is the top in the unit z direction. Yeah, here we go. And the height of the structure is 2000. So let's give the 2000, and let's, like you can see, it's been moved upwards. And let's preview of this. Okay, so now we have two curves. One is the bigger one and the smaller one. So now we are going to connect both the curves. So I'm going to explode the curves as for both of them. So you can see, first of all, each each row of hexagons is been in one single branch. Now after exploding each lines of an hexagon, so a hexagon has 6 lines, 6 segments, and each segment is created in a single sub branch of that row sub branch. So now the branches are clean. I didn't do anything weird in the branches, so I got the curve here. So now what I'm going to do is, I just want the connection to be little more fluent, little more curvature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the curves. So now I'm going to, if you see here, I'm just going to make this in a way I'm making the point moving here, and then I draw an interpolate curve through the curves, through the points. And right now I have the points. Now I need to move it, so I'm going to use the move component. So now so now we need two things. One is the direction, so we need to create a vector. Another one is we need to create that value for that move command so that it creates an arc. How can we do it? First first for the vector, what we can do is I'll just take the area of this curve, and I can create a 2-point vector out of these two these two points. This one is the bottom vertices point, and this one is the centroid of the hexagon. If you see here, in the both of the vertices, I just need 6 how do I say 6 lines. But if you see, each branch has 7 lines, because there is a problem with the vertices which we need to figure it out. When it start 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, but there will be a 7 that is called start and end as a two different points. So what I usually do is I do cull index, either you just cull the start or the last. So I always prefer to do the last one to be in the safe side, as well as over here. So now if you see, like, each branch has 6 values. So now let's say like here, and change the value. So I press alt, so it creates like a empty space, or like extend the canvas a little bit. So now we have the vector. So if you want to see the vector what you created, you can use like a vector display component, join the vector, connect the vector here, use the point here. You can see the vector has been moving inward, which is exactly what we want. So I am going to create amplitude, so like connect the vector. So now it's cool. So here, like, I'll just give a value which is better for me. By default it will always have 10 in a divide curve, but I'm just going to use the same number for to create that arc kind of values for moving. So I just use the number slider. So now I have like 11 numbers. So I'm going to use a graph mapper here to manipulate the numbers. So you can see here. So you can see the numbers here, like I'll just use a panel to. So now we have like 11 numbers between a domain 0 to 1 as the steps, like sorry, we have 12 numbers, so 0 is counted, which is exactly what I want. So what happened is, like in the graph mapper, these numbers have been represented by the red lines. So we can move the arc, so wherever the arc crosses with the red line, that becomes a new value. So that is a pretty much useful tool, like useful approach to create like arches, spines, different kind of curves and different kind of data structure with the graph mapper. So now we have the multiplied, we multiply the value with some values, because the domain is 0 to 1, which is better for graph mapper, but 0 to 1 value, it doesn't make sense when you move it with that kind of small values, like it will be very less. So what exactly I'm doing is, like, I'm just multiplying the value with like 200 or with a number, so that the proportion of that arch is maintained, but it's been scaled in a way based on the new number. Okay, like I can show you so that it's much more better to see. You can see the arch has been created. Okay, what is happening here? Let's see. Wait. Okay. Points. There's 12 points and there's 6 vector. Okay, yeah. So I need to graft it, because like each vector is for each branch, each 12 point. So now like it works. Yeah. So now you can just give it here. You can see here. Yeah. Okay. Now let's create interpolate. This is going to be a very short video, just to just to create some examples with the regular standard Grasshopper components. So I'm just going to scale a little bit here, and instead of by 2, what I can do is I'll just say 1.2 maybe, so it's I know it's too much smaller. I can just go with 1.5. No, I just want it little 1.35. Okay, and let me increase the value a little bit so that I have that like a feel. It's just like the scale. Yeah, it looks not bad for me, at least. So the hexagon has been created. We have the curvature, but what I can do is like now I just need to sweep it. So what I say is like we have the segments here, so we can use one segment or like, and the segment 2, and we can use this as a rail. Let's see. No, because of the data structure I think so. Yeah, I know. Like, let's graft it, and let's play. Yeah, not bad, not good either. So what's the problem here? You can see here like how to say, I'm trying to loft these two with this like sweep. So when this angle is sweeping over here, this one is like having a problem. What I need to do is like, let's say like list item, I just okay. Okay, like I just trim the trees for now, so that each tree has like around 6 curves. So what I do is I just use a list item over here, and I just need like one more thing, like alternative. So what I can do is like I'll just shift the list. So now I just graft it and let's sweep it again. So now let's see, like now, like before I did like I just took this curve and lofted, so this curve is falling here like this, but I want here this way. So now I'm just using these two curves and like these two lines as the cross section. This will work, but I just try to do that, which makes it like little more less steps. I'm little lazy to do it, that's all. Don't mistake me, sometimes I'm like this. Okay, now let's take the curve, and you know what I did before is like I need to graft it, graft, yeah. So I'm going to graft it, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to merge it. I know there will be a problem, but let's see. Yeah, I said right. Let's simplify and see. Yeah, we have two curves in a single cross section, like in a single branch, which is what I needed. Let's try. Okay, we got it. Ta-da! Not bad, right? At least we got it. So, but I don't like this flat polygon. What I can do, maybe, okay, let's go with the, like, let's take this segment here and let's divide the curve again. I'm going to do the same process over here. You can either copy it or like it's like the same process, or if you want to make it much more easier, like take the middle point and end point, I'll just move this middle point over here, okay, in unit Z direction obviously, but in this case let's say like I'll just do it like minus X with the value of 20. Now let's merge it by start, middle, end. and let's create interpolate or arc. There are a lot of components, depends on people, like people use it based on their needs. Okay, I'll just increase it. Okay, yeah, something like that. Let me try. Okay, I don't know how it's going to come. Yeah, okay, I didn't play with the branching either, so let me try. Okay, not bad. So I can just click the number slider, change the range, the maximum. I can just like make it a little more like this, or else you can also like make a cone. So I don't want this joining like this, like I just want a little gap in between. So what I can do is like, instead of using this, let's say like I want a gap. So I'll just say like the gap should be like 50 mm for approximately, and I'll give the gap here. So the gap, so now let's move it. Yeah, so you can also play with this, like for example, let's say like you create an attractor, or you make like how do I say this row of hexagon should be like bigger, and this should be smaller. You can play with it, like there's a lot of values. Now what I said is like a little parametric when I start the when I start the video. You can see here like if I change, can you see the size has been changing, and you can see the numbers has been reduced. Like it's like this is too much, maybe I'll just keep 2 or 3. So like you can, and if you want, you can increase the height. So this is like not like a very like how do I say very advanced tutorial or something. This is like the understanding of the parametric. If you see here, like every value here, like it's basically from the 4 number slider. Unless and until, like I'll just delete the unnecessary slider. Unless and until this details, like if you add like more numbers, you just get like more detail, that's it. But this doesn't like change the shape. You can see here, like you just have that curvature detail. And if you want the curvature, like you can change the curvature, so you can see like everything here. Like you can also play with the branch as well, as like each one has a different curvature. Like instead of one single slider, you can create a list of numbers which matches with the data structure of, like let's say like this one is 200, this one is 400, this one is 600, like this one is like, so the same way you can play with it, like it's up to you. So for example, I can show you one example right now. Like I created an offset, right? That's cool. But okay, let's say like okay. So there is like I'll just like there is like how do I say 3 branches with 3 separate values. Okay, what I can do is I create a series. Okay, now I create like a 0.5, 1, and I create a number value of 3. I know. Okay, so it gives me like 1.52, which is cool, but I just say like 1.24. Okay, that's cool. Now I just graphed it, so you get like something similar. Like okay, so I just copy and like I'll just like okay, no, I'll just. So you can see like both as like okay, I just need to like simplify. Like technically like it has like extra zeros, but when you simplify it, like it is like 0 1 2 3 and 0 1 2 3. You have like, so this one value is only applied to these 3 branches. Okay, let me try. Like I'll just you can see here. simplify. Okay, now I just remove the expression because I already did the value. Okay, what is the value here? No. Okay, I need to divide this because or else the value will be like 1 2 3. That's why you don't get a change. Okay, so now you have the value. Okay, now it should be -6, and here I don't want to start with 1. Let's say like it starts with like 1.1 and it starts with, so you can see here like the hexagon is being, the shape is changing. Why we have the problem here? Curve offset failed. Let me try. Wait a sec. I just want to see the values what I get from here. So it's 1.5. Okay, let's say like yeah, I think 1.1 was like, okay, let's say like something like this. So we are creating a 3 different value. Instead of dividing by 2, we are just creating a 3 different number value. Like let's say like I'll just show the panel. So instead of 2, let's say like first branch is divided by 1.5, second is 1.9, third is 2. So the thing is like when I, like you can see here 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3. So when I connect here, you can see the growth is like growing. So that's how you play with the branch. So that makes Grasshopper much more unique with other softwares, because with other softwares you can like work with the parameters, these things are, but the data structure is much more like complex and much more, you can like, there is like limitless data structure creation can be done in Grasshopper. So this is like very basic example which I showed you, but at the same time, so if you want you can like say like you can increase however you want. So I hope you, so this is the end of the video. Like this is what I was trying to create something. I hope you understand something from this video, and let me know if you have any doubts, and please share it to your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe the YouTube channel, which helps me a lot. See you, bye bye in the next video.